Japan is the land of long traditions, where hundreds of years of accumulated knowledge and experience are passed down from master to apprentice, from teacher to pupil. Japanese chef knives are fashioned by technique that were originally developed for making samurai swords over 800 years ago. The Japanese are famous for making the very best knives in the world. Japanese knives draw from tradition, technology, and an intergenerational know-how of how to manipulate the finest steel. Thinner, harder and sharper are the most important trio of attributes for an excellent kitchen knife. Introducing Viva's new Giza knife, using 800 years of history and the latest technology. The Giza blade showcases a flat edge on one side of the blade with a saw-like blade on the other. This, coupled with the thick ergonomic handle, gives you a completely different experience to chopping, dicing and slicing in your kitchen without using any pressure at all. People may think cooking is not enjoyable when in fact, it's simply the knife you're using that can change the whole kitchen experience. Using the Giza knife, cooking is so enjoyable. You don't need a set of 7 knives. The Viva is able to do everything that comes in a full knife block set with just the one blade. Slicing becomes a breeze. Look at the difference in the new Giza knife compared to a traditional knife. Look at how the bread stays intact. Potatoes and root vegetables are chopped quicker and faster. Meat is sliced to perfection without tearing. Cutting and deboning a chicken is now done with ease. It's the Japanese blade that makes every single chopping, slicing and dicing an enjoyable experience. Every fruit and vegetable is cut with ease, no pressure on the wrist. There is nothing this knife can't cut through. Viva Giza knives, 800 years of Japanese history with the latest technology in your kitchen.
Hello everyone, check this out. This is incredible and you better stay tuned because it's going to happen very, very fast. We all know pineapples, how difficult they can be. The precision, I've got to get through the head of this pineapple, but once I do, the precision is, look at that.
That is amazing.
That is, well that was so easy.
You guys think that's amazing? Check out this. We've got an avocado, right? I didn't even know a knife could do this.
Oh
Boom.
wow.
Straight through every time.
Fantastic.
That's how sharp this knife is, guys. Look at it.
That is precision.
Mic drop, mic drop.
Precision. Welcome to the Viva Giza launch. How are your knives? What are they like in the kitchen? Are they blunt? Do they make preparing a chore, hard work? Are you not enjoying preparing before you even start cooking? Well, you know what? It probably is the knife that you're using. However, with the Viva Giza, chopping, dicing, it becomes an absolute breeze with this effortless knife. So stay with us. We've got so many demonstrations, about 20 demonstrations. I think we're doing about 20, Zach.
I hope we have enough time.
We're going to put this,
a lot of fun.
It's fast. We're going to put
ready.
this through its paces and it really makes preparing food a simple task. No more fighting, no more battling, no more sawing through your pumpkin or having to get a hacksaw to get through your pineapple. We're going to show you how simple and easy this is because this is quality. Let's give you the offer. Let's have a little look at the brand new Viva Giza knife. Not only do you get the knife, but you're also getting the brand new 3-in-1 stainless steel peeler. This is also Japanese quality, Japanese made as well. So you're getting cutting edge technology, you're getting precision sharpness, and you're getting this incredible 3-in-1 tool. So no longer needing a massive set of utensils. It's only $149 for the entire kit. And you don't need loads of knives anymore. This is precision. This is incredible cutting edge technology. The combination of these 2 utensils or tools means you can probably throw away all of those okay, average knives that you sometimes use. Blunt knives, yeah, exactly. But Zach, we're also going to deliver this to your home, free express delivery. So incredible price, incredible deal, and 10% off is your first purchase. Of course, you're getting rewards points that are getting put back against your membership. And Zach, you know that you can go in the draw to win not just any old car, you can go in the draw to win that brand new Mercedes-Benz,
yeah.
valued at $90,000 if you please. Hello, if that's not a great deal, I don't know what is. Let's do it. We're so excited to show you the brand new Giza knife, and what we can do and how we can do it. We don't need to go to chopping school to learn techniques. We've got hundreds of years of Japanese history. Japanese are famous for their knives. They're famous for their samurai sword, of all things. So,
Yeah, well, you know, some of these high-end knives are thousands of dollars just for one. I saw one knife for $3,000 from Japan, obviously handcrafted and all that type of thing. But this does the exact same thing.
It really is incredible, Zach. It is the latest technology from Japan. The actual blade itself is surgical quality steel. In fact, it's the same steel that surgeons are using in theatres, in hospitals around the world. The name of it is a little bit difficult to pronounce. It is molybdenum vanadium steel,
That's the one. Yeah.
I've looked it up because I was fascinated. It's what they're using in surgeries. Really, what that means is we're getting durability, we're getting precision, and we're getting that surgical grade quality and sharpness. Both are important. You need the sharpness with the quality. So we really are going to show you some fabulous, easy preparing. Preparing's become so much easier. But I might just show you that pineapple again, should I? Should I show you that pineapple again? Because it happened so quick. I want to make sure that everybody got the chance to see how you can do this. So pineapples are, look, they're as sharp as a cactus. So I'm using this oven mitt because otherwise I'm going to stab my hands. I don't know any other knife. I've never been able to do this with any knife I have at home. So straight through, you will have to give it just a little bit of a going through. There we go, with one swoop, boom. Too easy, Zach. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm speechless. I love it.
There are so many different appliances actually that, or not appliances, utensils that I've actually purchased for cutting pineapple. This is a tool, a utensil, like nothing else I've ever used. So look, have a look at how quickly we can cut this into pieces. So here we go, look at that. That's what you just did, Zach. That's the avocado. Through the seed, into shallots. Look, it could be shallots, it can be onion, it can be, look at that, not even using a chopping board. That looks like some sort of radish straight through. Pumpkin, everyone's worst nightmare. Pumpkin is not only hard, it's slippery. Corn on the cob, incredible. We're going to do that. Carrots, of course, they can be tricky. Carrots can be a nightmare. What's that? Some sort of sweet potato there. I'm going to do that. Sushi, which is delicate. And can actually catch and drag on the rice. Bread. Look, this is where we get back to, Zach, needing only one knife rather than stacks of knives. Normally, you'd use a bread knife to go through cakes, to go through bread, and to go through things like even sushi. How would you know, Zach? How would you know which knife out of the knife block to use?
It confuses me. There's so many knives. And so sometimes the real knife is in the dishwasher, and then I end up using a butter knife, and it just ruins the whole experience.
Well, that could be dangerous. The big difference with the Viva Giza is the handle, because the handle has this really beautiful, thick, ergonomic grip. Now, the grip means that it's designed so that when you hold it, you can glide through the food without having to saw through the food. It's also easier on your wrist. So if you suffer from arthritis, or if you have a weak wrist, if you find it really hard to cut through things in the kitchen, this is going to be a dream, because you no longer have to use that hacksawing pressure or that sawing pressure, almost like you're doing the wood chopping at the Sydney Royal Easter Show.
Yeah.
I mean, all we need to do is, this is super sharp. All we need to do is make that little incision and look at this. Oh, straight through. I just wanted to show you how simple.
Say that, it's like a hot
Let me do it
knife
again.
through butter.
Let me do it again. Pumpkin is usually the hardest thing. Now, if I wanted to do super fine, look at that. If I wanted to do, say, a stir fry, I don't always want chunky pumpkin. I'm not always doing a roast dinner, you know, Zach. Yeah. It could be that I am doing, you know, maybe a pumpkin salad and I want to roast it up quickly. So I can be doing precision cutting, or I could be doing this chunkier style, coarse style cutting, again with one hand. Super simple. That was like I was cutting through bread. Now, Zach, I know you took your knife home last week when I did. How did you find it?
Yeah, so everyone, I took my knife home last week, and as soon as I did, I got home and I was actually said to my friends who I live with and my girlfriend, I was like, come to the kitchen. I want to show you something.
Yeah.
And the first thing I did was get an avocado, and I went, ever seen a knife do this? And they were like, oh my gosh. And the next thing we knew, we got apples, some spices, and we're throwing them up in the air and going,
Not
We're cutting it in the kitchen. I've got it on slow-mo at home, so I won't show it here.
Really?
But this is, yeah, it's so fun. It's been really, a lot of fun. It's brought back a bit more excitement. And then the next day, we did a bit of a cook-up at my friend's house, and I had 5 people all using the knife at once, separately, and it was just so much easier for everyone.
Well, Zach, I've got to say I'm not quite the samurai master myself. I'm more interested in getting dinner ready for the family. That's where I fit in. But for me, I was absolutely astounded. I've been in the kitchen for over 20 years, and I sent a text that night to my producer. I actually took a photo. Took a photo of my chopping board and sent a photo to my producer, Michael, and said, this is, hand on heart, the best knife that I've ever used. I love the fact that it took the whole experience of the kitchen to a whole new level. I love the fact that I could have asked my children, go and chop that pumpkin for me, please, if you don't mind, without having for them to say, Mum, which knife? It takes kitchen prep time right down as well. So normally if it takes you, 10 minutes or so to do a pumpkin, you can save half the time. And it could be that you're doing, again, super fine little slices to do a stir fry. It could be that you're doing some precision. It could be Halloween, Zach. And you might be getting the big old pumpkin out to do that precision cutting and getting it ready to scoop it out, get the candles in. This is the knife that you could do. So let me just show you again how beautiful and easy that is. Shape of it is quite unique. We've got a flat side on one blade on the bottom, and then we've got saw-like teeth on this side. So what that does is we're getting grip on one side, which is really important, especially with pumpkin, slippery foods like that. You need the grip, but we want the precision surgical blade on the other side so that we are just whipping through those foods, preparing them without the struggle, without the sawing, without the double hands and the wrist problems. No more problems. If you've got arthritis or wrist problems, or if you just find chopping and prepping in your kitchen, this is the knife for you. You don't need a knife block of 7 knives anymore. You just need this one professional. This is a professional knife. You only need one. Wait until I show you later what the peeler does. Now that peeler is the same quality steel. I'm going to have to learn how to pronounce it again because it's a very scientific name. What it means is precision, sharpness and durability. Now cutting herbs, we're talking about chunky things. What about cutting herbs?
Cutting herbs, I can smell this from here already, but it's going to like burst with all that smell in a second.
If you have a blunt knife, Zach, normally a blunt knife will drag and bruise your herbs. So bruised basil goes brown or black very, very quickly. Oh, Zach, that is...
Wow.
Look, it really is like a surgical scalpel, isn't it? That was quick, that was fast. So there we go. So coarse, heavy, chunky, traditional, chopping, or fine, delicate. So it could be that we're doing fish, it could be that we're doing anything delicate. Let me show you the precision of this blade. So we talk about that surgical blade, something like this. Really, normally you've got a knife and you'd pop it in and you'd either rock it forward or rock it back or drag it through. This is precision. Oh, I knocked it off its spot.
Nearly. Second take.
Here we go. This is
half of them actually.
Okay. Okay. So let me show you that again. This is precision at its best. Did you see that? Wow. That is slicing and dicing. Thank you, Zach.
Teamwork.
Thank you, Zach. So we are I'm literally just waving them through. So that shows.
Have a go.
Can you? There you go. There's no smoke and mirrors, no trickery.
Actually, that was easier than I thought.
Super smart. Don't get your fingers too close, Zach, because we are sharpness at its best. This is Japanese quality. This is known as the best knife in the world. It really is, and it's the best knife that I've ever used. It's the latest technology. It's the latest ergonomic handle. The handle's really important. So first of all, you need to get a great grip. You don't want to have to be using 2 hands to put the pressure through. It is the latest molybdenum vanadium steel. So that is used in surgeries worldwide. I also know that it's used in other different types of manufacturing for both precision, sharpness and durability. And the Japanese have been known for hundreds of years as the best creators of knives. They have the history of the samurai sword. And then, of course, they've got the precision of that knife. Japanese have all these fantastic cooking shows,
Have you seen them make a samurai sword before?
No, I haven't, but I've seen them use sharp knives in their kitchen shows. And it really is, this is testament to your cooking. There we go. Have a look at that. That is precision. That is absolute cutting edge technology. We're talking Japanese, hundreds of years of heritage, of pride and of precision. Look at that. That is zucchini getting ready for the stir fry. Not even needing a chopping board. So that's a great way of chopping. No chopping board needed, just straight through that capsicum. So the other thing I love, Zach, is we're not dragging through fruits and vegetables or meats.
Paper.
Paper, incredible. So look, if there was paper on, let's just say you had a store-bought cake and it had some paper, you know, like a little cupcake. I don't normally cut my cupcakes in half. I don't normally give half of my cupcake away. But when my children were little, I would cut a cupcake in half so that they could have half each. So if there's paper on your cupcakes, it'll cut through it.
All right, which one is that? Have we got one of these here?
Okay, I will show you that in a moment, Zach. I will show you cakes and bread. So, if you have a blunt knife, Zach, with breads and cakes, it literally squishes them and they will actually just lose their bounce. Now, this is not just a cake. This is a cake filled with custard. I don't know if we got to the custard yet, but I'm talking about we're not losing its shape. Normally with a knife, it would drag through, because I'd use a bread knife, right? And I'd lose look at that. Look at the custard in there, but and that's because I dragged that off the chopping board. You can have some of this cake, Zach.
All right.
Okay, so.
Yeah, well, usually when you do it, it just squishes it completely down and it ruins, you know, when you go to a shop and you're like, oh, that looks so good in the display, and then you get home and like,
well, look at the precision of the knife. So, Zach, what that's doing is we're not dragging the bread or the cake. We're not dragging that custard out through. We're not letting it lose its bounce, because part of the experience of having, whether it's a sweet bun, whether it's bread, or whether it's a cake or a sweet of some sort, you don't want it to lose its texture. So we're not dragging. Right. It's a really, again, back to that surgical precision cutting. There we go. Okay, so these are a little bit coarser. These are some little cheesy meat rolls, almost like a little hot dog bread. Look at that. Oh. Not only that, you can actually present your food beautifully because it's professionally finished. So it all comes down to that food prepping. So food prepping for some people is an absolute drag because, A, it's hard work, but food prepping for some people is also terrible because some people feel that they can't get the technique of getting the herbs on the right angle. Some people feel that they can't kind of, you know, cut the shallots on that beautiful angle like you get down at the restaurant. So, Zach, why don't you serve that out for me and I'll just continue chopping this. Make it look pretty, like people turning up to your house.
Well, we've got to obviously do this.
Well, I've cut it beautifully, so.
All at once. Look how nice it is, cut really nicely. For me, I'm all very visual.
Okay.
Right? So if it's not going to look good, it's not going to be exciting to eat, you know? So this is kind of being a professional chef at home.
Well, it's part of that pride, isn't it?
Yeah, like having friends over and entertaining, and yeah, it's like you can wow your friends and family at home, which is really cool.
Well, you want to enjoy it for yourself, enjoying preparing food again. So it's not just when it's for yourself, it really is very much so when you're under the pressure of entertaining. So look, it could be something as simple as a pound cake. This has got the paper on it. This is store-bought.
Yeah, but that like usually you'd take the paper off. Obviously, no?
So, no, well, usually you would. But look, just to show you back to that paper. So this is waxed paper, which would normally drag, catch, peel, pull. So again, it's that surgical blade precision. That means whether it's the most delicate of thing, like a cake. Let me show you again. So again, and we've cut through that paper. It comes off beautifully. So you don't have to worry about it sticking. It didn't stick to the cake. Did not stick to that cake at all. So look, super fine cutting or coarse cutting. So you could cut it in the finest of slices without damaging. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about super fine. We're talking about chunky. We're talking about the most delicate, or we're talking about your pineapple, your pumpkin, your really coarse, you know, gut-wrenching, peeling and chopping experiences are now just done with precision and ease.
It's a workout in the kitchen sometimes. So look, for me guys, I love the fact that you don't need 7 or 8 knives in a block anymore that's like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You just need one knife. You know, this is my favorite product of the week. This is so cool. Good. So everybody at home, give us a call, 13 25 80, or jump onto our website, openshop.com.au, and you can order this to your house in the next couple of days. You know, they have free delivery, 10% off, and 30-day money-back guarantee.
Well, it's express delivery too.
Express.
All right, let's go
What
up
have
this
we got
end
up
of the
here?
bench, Zach. We've got so many things that we're going to get into now, so we might just move this out of the way. And I have got underneath here what I made before. So this is
What have we got, Gabby?
well, this is breakfast. It's not breakfast.
Who loves sandwiches?
It's not breakfast in my home, but it's breakfast time in my home, because breakfast time in my home is when I prepare the sandwiches for everybody for the day. Okay,
Can I ask, Gabby, how many sandwiches are there?
well, this is my normal run of the mill. So this is my normal daily run. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sandwiches, and they're filled with what have we got today? We've got some ham, Zach. We've got some lettuce. You would never be able to cut this with a regular knife.
No way.
Even a bread knife, you'd struggle. Have a look at.
same.
Oh, I've got one little.
Totally intact. He's a survivor.
There we go. Oh,
He's a survivor.
Can you help me out, Zach?
Yeah.
Can you grab that stack?
There we go.
There we go.
Leaning tower of sandwiches.
Perfectly cut through 5 sandwiches. And this is the big toasty bread. This is cheesy bread as well. I thought if I'm going to do it.
Might as well go all the way.
Might
This is lunch after this.
Oh, there we go. I've lost
go.
some sandwiches. How about we turn those over? I'm gonna get a platter, Zach. Let's put those out for the lunch.
Sure, I can do that.
There we go. So
I am
sandwiches
qualified.
are normally cut with a bread knife. And a bread knife,
Of course.
you do need to saw through because it has teeth. It's very serrated. And a bread knife can sometimes tear. The thing is with bread, you want it cut to precision. You don't want it torn. You don't want it all odd looking. You want it looking like when you go to a restaurant and they have a beautiful tray or a platter of sandwiches, that, apart from this one that fell over, Zach, we'll put him back into
There we
place. They are perfectly cut. I can't even tell
No, not at all.
where the knife cut through that bread. Now, the crust on this, because that was a cheesy pull-apart bread, the crust on it is cheesy, and it's a lot thicker and it's a lot coarser than normal bread. So that is, ease of use, kicking off my day, making the family lunch run all in
Don't
one
let
go.
me, Gabby.
Super, super simple.
Just grabbing my tomatoes.
What are you going to do, Zach?
All right, here we go.
There we go.
So tomatoes, so hard to cut. If you don't have the right knife.
Absolutely.
Totally squished. So can you see this, guys? Cool. So look, I haven't even started and it's gone straight through. Haven't even started. It's like a hot knife through butter. It's nuts. Here we go.
That is incredible, Zach.
Okay, here we go.
Again, normally, what would you normally cut? What type of knife would you use to cut a tomato? Because you can tell a good knife by the way that it cuts through things like tomato. What would you use a bread knife or would you use a paring knife, Zach? This is the thing.
For a tomato?
What would you use?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea.
Tell me. Okay, so
I'm not a knife expert, but look how thin that is.
and this is the thing, you're not a knife expert. You don't have to be a knife expert anymore. We are using this brand new cutting edge technology. Let me just show you. If you came to my kitchen and you went to my kitchen drawer, this is a test. You pick.
Let's try. That's kind of like mine at home.
Okay, right, give it a whirl.
Normal tomato.
Look at that. And that is absolute night and day. Slippery.
Okay, it cuts it, but it's awkward. It's awkward, it's confusing and really messy. And this is actually quite dangerous, right? Because that's where the accidents happen.
Can be. Can be. So talking about slippery, this is where the teeth. So let me just wipe this so we can see the teeth. So the teeth are fantastic for gripping things like slippery tomato. Look, pumpkin skin can be incredibly slippery as well. So when we're talking about a knife of this quality, of this standard, even blunt knives can be sharp when you have to put that extra force into them. They could be dangerous. So this is where cooking, or preparing rather, your foods, this is the best in Japanese technology for food preparation. A knife is a tool. It is the most important part of your cooking experience because we're getting through the prep work in a pleasant way.
That's right.
In an easy way, in a professional way. Now, if you like what you've seen so far, it is time to order. Call 132580, tap the app or jump on the website at openshop.com.au and take a look at this.
Now it's your turn to experience the latest technology from Japan. There is no need for a block of 7 different knives. The Giza knife has 800 years of history and the latest technology. The blade showcases a flat edge on one side of the blade with a saw-like blade on the other. This, coupled with the thick ergonomic handle, gives you a completely different experience to chopping, dicing and slicing in your kitchen. Using the new ergonomic handle for comfort, the Giza knife is perfect for those with a weaker wrist or arthritis. You may find using this so much easier as you no longer need to use your own strength to cut anything in the kitchen, including pumpkin, pineapple, and your favourite meats. Using the Viva Giza knife, cooking is so enjoyable. You don't need a set of 7 knives. The Viva is able to do everything that comes in a full knife block set with just the one blade. Slicing becomes a breeze. Look at the difference in the Viva new Giza knife compared to a traditional knife. Look at how the bread stays intact. Potato and root vegetables are chopped quicker and faster. Meat is sliced to perfection without tearing. Cutting and deboning a chicken is now done with ease. The knife also comes with the world's most advanced peeler, also made in Sanjo City in Japan. The 3-in-1 peeler enables you to cut 3 ways without changing a blade. You will enjoy the sharp and fast results, peeling with ease, creating ribbons, Juliets, and fine grating as well. The Giza knife and peeler are the finest quality. It will totally change the way you prepare your food forever. No need for multiple knives. The Giza replace a full knife block set. Enjoy the special price on Openshop, and we will deliver this to your kitchen with express free delivery and 10% off if it's your first purchase. If it's not the best knife you've ever used, send it back with our no questions asked 30-day money-back guarantee. The brand new Viva Giza knife and peeler. The future is now in your hands.
Order yours now, the brand new Viva. Now, you saw what was happening there. Don't forget to shop with Afterpay. So that's available as well. That's another bonus. You're getting 10% off if this is your first purchase. We're delivering it, express free delivery. And of course, you go in the draw to win the brand new
exciting.
Mercedes-Benz. This is the future of shopping here at Openshop. So incredible value, unique, beautiful, unique products, and let me show you how well this works. We've got so many more demonstrations. Onions, not only do you worry about the tears.
I know, I'm always in tears when I do onions, always.
I think people will often put off cutting onions and do something instead, like a shallot or a leek. And because they take so long with a blunt knife, I reckon people cry even more, Zach. So cutting an onion is just, again, it's that precision, it is that quality, it's that surgical steel blade, which means that we are gripping yet slicing with ease. So cutting onions, there are so many variations. We can be cutting them this way, and look, because this is a super sharp knife, you know, go slowly to begin with because it moves so fast through your food. Go slowly to begin with. So cutting onions, there are so many different ways we can be cutting onions. So we can be cutting them in lengths, we can be cutting them in rounds, we can be cutting them in traditional onion rings if you're doing some deep fat frying and the beautiful crumbs and the good old fashioned onion rings. Look at how even, whether it is going to be the onion rings for dressing a salad, or for doing the onion rings, or it could just be the onion rings that you're using for sandwiches. I could have put them on my sandwiches this morning, Zach.
I could even do that, Gabby.
It is effortless. And if you've just tuned in, if you've got a weaker wrist, if you suffer from arthritis, if chopping is difficult, if it's been a chore, then this is the solution. This is quality. This is precision. This is Japanese heritage. We all know the history of Japanese knives. The shape, the size, the shape of the handle and the size of the blade means that this is a universal one only. You don't need that knife block set. You don't need to use pressure. So when we talk about slicing through superfine foods, stuff like this onion, you know, if this was a blunt or cheap knife, and I'm holding it here with one finger on top, I can tell you, I'd be getting very nervous right now.
Yeah, of course.
And I would not want my loved ones or my children in the kitchen making their after-school snacks using something unless it was professional. I'd be saying, please don't use the knives, guys, or be careful using the knives, guys, or make sure that you hold that properly using the knives. This is precision, so we're not slipping. We're not hacksawing through. We're not damaging our fruits, our vegetables and our foods as well, and that's another really important thing. So when we are cutting, we don't want to be damaging by bruising our apples. You know, if you're cutting them with too much force, like the basil, it'll go black, it'll bruise. Okay, so again, cutting onion, whether it is that super, super fine, whether you're doing it for starting off, say, the base of a casserole or the base of a stew, or whether you're doing that with some red wine to make a beautiful gravy or jus or a bolognese, we can be cutting whether it's the rings, right? Or whether it's the finer, or whether it's the coarser, or whether it's the petals, the onion petals. Chef quality precision.
Gabby, I must admit that you're not crying at all. You're not crying at all.
I'm not crying.
I know, look.
And look, I think a big part of the reason why I'm not crying is because I'm not hacksawing my way through. So I'm not breaking the membrane in as many places because it is that incision. It's making kitchen prep a breeze. It's making it enjoyable. It is really making cooking enjoyable again, and not a chore, and not hard work, and not dangerous, you know, compared to using a blunt knife. Now, Zach.
So true. It's so dangerous.
Would you ever use a blunt knife? Oh, look, if you went to a mate's place, or even if you went to most of our homes have got drawers full of blunt knives. Go through that corner cob with the husk and all. Let's do it. I want to see it.
All right.
Ready? There we go.
What?
Wow.
Look at that. Okay, well, that's probably a bit too small, but that's for the barbecue. There we go. And you can cook it like that, can't you?
Look,
you can steam it like that, apparently.
I leave it in the husk.
Yeah, look at that. I've never seen it. It's like a little sushi. It's like a corn sushi.
Well, that's the precision, Zach. That means that the husk,
that's amazing.
You know, it's quite fibrous, the husk of corn, and we've also got all of the you know, the stringy fibrous bits in there as well.
Yeah.
That shows the durability and the precision technique that you can do.
I have to be really honest with you. I'm so time poor when I get home, and I'm like, I need a food prep, and so this is going to save so much time for me.
It is going to save time.
So much time. And a lot of my friends who don't like cooking at all, they were using this and they were excited to get back in the kitchen. They were texting me saying, can you please bring that knife home to like for me to practice?
So look, for just for under $40, you can get this knife home, free express delivery. That is if you shop with Afterpay. So you can jump on the website at openshop.com.au, tap the app or call the number and get this at home for just under $40 on that Afterpay. Trial it for 30 days. And if it's not the best knife that you've ever used, you get to send it back. It's a money-back guarantee. But I know that you'll be keeping it. It's seriously, for me, it is the best knife I have ever used. I am going to donate all of my other knives to the garage, to the toolbox. They can be used for things other than cutting, my fruit, vegetables, food and food prepping. They can go out to the shed. They're not for my kitchen anymore. Now,
I have to say, Gabby, you have a point.
Yes, yeah, and not just on the knife. Now, I've got some fish in here and I've still got it in the bag. So you're going to have to bear with me while I open up these bags.
All right, what have we got?
I'll explain the reason why I've got them in the bags. My son Sam is a mad fisherman. He's actually won a few fishing competitions. I make him put the bait in the freezer. It doesn't
smell, right? In the fridge.
Sam, put that in the freezer bag. Sam, double bag it. I don't want the smell through my freezer. But when my Sam goes fishing, he takes these knives, which he buys from look, this is still frozen, which he buys from the fishing, where he buys all these fishing rods and so on.
Yeah.
And after using this, he is getting one of these knives for his boat because I do not want him using his so-called sharp knives from the fishing shop, which weren't cheap, by the way. And look, the knives that he's got, the fishing knives he's got, have got these teeth on the back of them that actually look like a saw.
Yeah.
Watch this. I'm going to have to hold it. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to hold it with it's too cold. This is going to cut through bones and all. Look at that. And, I cut through the tea towel.
There you go.
It actually hasn't been cleaned properly. So we've got all of the little bits and pieces on there that Sam should have cleaned off before he put it in the freezer. What that's going to do is allow him to cut safely, with precision, slicing off the little bits that he needs to slice off for bait without, normally he is hacksawing away slippery, frozen fish, and a teenage boy with a blunt knife. Cocktail for disaster.
I did that fishing growing up. I cut my finger.
Did you?
You got to scale it, right? You're scaling it, and you prepare it, and you cook it, and it's just, you have no idea. So this would have saved that.
This is precision It is effortless. I cut through skin. Some fish skin is quite thick, it's quite leathery, and it's quite tough. So I've just cut through that. To be honest, I don't even know what specimen of fish that is. Do you know? I think it looks like a bream. I think it looks like a bream, Sam. Thank you very much. And I hope you don't miss it when you go fishing this weekend. Might be raining this week anyway. He might not even need it this weekend. Hopefully he might catch one in between. So that is precision. It's technique, it's ease of use, and it's effortless. And it is delivered to your door, free of charge, express delivery. Now take a look at this vision. This is the difference between a conventional everyday knife that most of us have got compared to the Viva Giza. It is night and day. It shows the difference. Look at that. We've got one struggling through, flattening the bread. We've got one slicing through. Look, the sweet potato looks like it's been kind of cut with a serrated, not even a kitchen knife. Look at that. That looks like an expensive eye fillet. I do not want to be bruising my eye fillet at $40 a kilo, thank you very much. Sushi. Oh my gosh, it's lost its shape. Oh, if I've gone to all that effort of making it, deboning. Zach, I would normally use one of those, the tomahawk. Do you even know what they're called? A meat cleaver. A meat cleaver, which to me, someone's got a meat cleaver in their hand, I'm running for the hills. It's dangerous, it's noisy, and it's frightening. It's scary. So I am all about that precision.
Gabby, so are we going to get onto the bonus now?
The bonus.
Okay.
3-in-1 peeler, Zach.
Awesome.
The 3-in-1 peeler. Now, this is no ordinary peeler. This means that we are using that same Japanese quality. We are using that same surgical blade, and this is the 3-in-1. Now, I'll show you before I get onto the melon. We never have to change blades. We've got the first, which is that precision, sharpness, peeling. Whether it's something like a delicate zucchini or whether it is your pumpkin, that blade is that surgical grade quality. Ease of use, gliding through tough or delicate. It could be that you're doing a really delicate apple or a peach. You want to take the skin off a peach if you're doing a dessert. You can now do that. So what we've got is a second blade. It does tomatoes. I wouldn't take the skin off my tomatoes, but some people do. Yeah. You might have, look, if you're doing a sauce, yes, you would. Okay, all right, most people would. Now, here we've got a coarse and a fine julienne blade. Now, the coarse means that we can be doing, chunkier things for, say, have you heard of zoodles?
Zoodles, I love zoodles.
Zoodles are popular zucchini noodles. So you can do your zoodles, you can pay a fortune. Look, buying them at the supermarket, in the fridge section, they are so expensive. They're $5 for a couple of 100 grams. Make your own, but the other thing is they're fresh and they won't be like the supermarket ones, I suspect. I don't know, but I suspect that they're sprayed with some sort of,
preservatives. Sure.
Okay, then the third blade, Zach, is the superfine julienne. So it's great for doing things like, again, zucchini, doing carrot or anything like this. Now I'm going to show you on this melon. So this is quite a thick skin, and look at that. It's like a ribbon. Did you miss it? It is really like, it's like peeling a banana, really. It's just so easy.
So good.
And have a look at, feel the thickness of that.
Yeah, it just snapped.
There we go.
That is just...
So I'm going to have to get it out of the blade there. There we go. So it grabs again. It's not slippery. So we're not sliding, which could be dangerous. We are cutting, so it's got that serrated edge where it grabs, but it doesn't bruise, it doesn't damage. Again, here we go. So look, I'm doing this rather slowly because I want everybody to see how easy it is. Oh, it's slippery, there we go. See how slippery it is? So imagine that. Oh, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need a chopping board because this is slippery. Now, again, slippery means if the vegetable or the fruit is slippery, the tool would be slippery. So this is gripping. This is not slippery. The only thing that's slippery is the actual vegetable on the bench top there, but this isn't sliding off. So that's actually a really good testament to the quality, to the sharpness. And look, if you're fast, if you're professional, you can go through this. I won't get too fancy on you, Zach.
What are we making?
Okay, so that is precision at its best. I'm going to go ahead and chop this now because, look, it's not all about this. Sometimes you will peel first and then prep second.
Of course.
Yeah, with your knife. Okay, so again, it is just like, oh, slippery, cutting through butter. Okay, so here I'm going to cut this in half and we can do many different styles of prep. Okay. There's seeds in this as well, Zach. So we're talking about soft and fibrous at the same time. Yeah. Okay, so whether it is these lovely little fine bits and pieces that you're doing, or you could be just doing the good old chunky bits to throw into a stew or a casserole. Again, if you want to be doing that super fine, like you do with an onion. So if we want to be dicing, so we can be slicing, we can be dicing. Put all of your incisions that you normally would, and then chop through super fine, delicate, non-bruising, not grippy, not having to saw.
That's right.
Also, the other thing I love about this, Zach, is most knives require you to know a knife technique. So it's normally you pop it in one side and you have to roll it through one side, or you have to drag it through. This literally just cuts through like you're cutting through jelly or a banana or, you know, bread, like you saw. So this is new technology. This is the Viva Giza. Here is something that we're going to check out, some more tricks that this knife is going to be able to do. Have a look. You can see exactly the peeler. It's like no other peeler in the world. They call it the 3-in-1. It really is unique. It's Japanese quality. It's sharp, but it's also technique. We've got 3 different blades. There we go. Oh my gosh, Zach.
There we go.
Pumpkin skin. So not only are we doing it with a knife, we can now be doing it with that peeler. That is incredible.
Yeah, so we've got the pumpkin there. Oh, I hate doing pumpkin at home with my knife or my other peeler that I have. It takes forever. And then garlic. Oh no, what's that? Onion. Gosh, so he's got it on a fork, sliding it. So quick and easy. Takes out so much time and that food prep. Oh, and then we got a cabbage. So for coleslaw, are we gonna do that in a minute, Gabby? I think we're gonna do that. Yes, look at that. So good. I actually did that the other day. That was in the soup that I made it. And then the garlic. Look how thin it is.
That is super fine, Zach. That'd be fabulous for starting off one of my pasta sauces. I think I'd be using it for that.
That's the tomato. There you go.
Oh, people do peel their tomatoes. Okay. All right.
Kiwi fruit.
Wow,
I've never done that before, but that looks pretty easy.
I normally do that. See,
Oh,
some people don't, but yeah, look, I normally do too. But I do it with a knife because my peeler isn't.
No, that's an eggplant actually. Eggplant. Nice. Oh, and
okay.
Cucumber. Far out, so quick.
Okay, so now one of those difficult, again, this is like that melon that we just saw before. It's slippery because there's a lot of moisture in there. Once we start taking the skin off, we're going to get that the moisture which sort of sweats out through naturally. And if you don't have a sharp knife or a super sharp peeler, it could be a very slippery, dangerous. Okay, so here we go. So this is, again, look at this, a radish. This is precision. This is ease of use. And then if I wanted to do some julienne style cutting, I could turn over to, say, blade number 3, which is the coarse julienne, and have a look at this, Zach. Look at that go. So look, salad prepping. What about if you're just doing garnish? And look at that. That is, every single piece is cut perfectly as though I have used a samurai sword.
It's like the wigs from yesterday.
It is. Well, every single piece is perfect. So look, that is beautiful to have as a garnish on the side plate. Yeah. You can garnish it up, you can throw it through a salad, you can toss it. But the thing that I love is, whilst we're taking off the skins, we're not losing too much of our flesh. We're not taking thick, although that ribbon is strong, we're not taking off too much of our flesh. So again, look at this, look at this, look at this.
Backwards and forwards.
Look at that. That is absolute magic. So we're talking about the precision of a samurai sword with the ease of cutting through jelly. Fantastic, so you like that? I think that could even be used for, you know what you could do? You could put some beautiful cream cheese, chop some chives, and you could actually even roll these up, Zach.
Ah, like a little...
And you could pop a toothpick in them, and all of a sudden, guess what? You have got this fabulous platter of hors d'oeuvres. Or if you had somebody that didn't eat seafood, you could actually use this as sushi nori paper. You could put some sushi rice in it, and you could just put some vegetables. That is, I am loving that radish cut. I've never, ever,
no, I've never seen that.
Ever been able to get that technique in any knife I've got in my kitchen drawer until now. Okay, so Zach, let's look at cucumbers.
Next,
okay, so again, I'm going to use Again, I'm going to use this precision cutter. So here we go. Let's do julienne. Oh, look, I can start off with cutting the end. So let me show you if I want to do it this way. There we go.
What?
There we go. So salad, super, super simple. There you go. There's my sandwiches.
Okay,
Or that
prep
could be
done.
a little. Yeah. Okay, I'll get another one here now. And let's look at julienne. So we are talking about, again, creating the garnishes or creating that super, super fine cutting that normally takes a long time to do. 3 in 1. Twist it around. We don't have to take blades off and put them back on. We don't have to do anything other than taking it out of the drawer. And the thing I love with this, Zach, is it comes with a protective coat. It comes with a protective little housing. So we've got a little plastic cover to pop on it so that it sits in the drawer nicely, and we simply spin it around. And to clean it, of course, just pop it in a little bowl full of water, give it a little rinse out, and there we go. I'm ready to go again. Nice. Okay, there we go. So.
And you know what I love about this is that, you know, all the people on Instagram, you know, all my friends Instagramming every bit of food that they're making.
Are they?
And they're wanting to make it look nice and stunning and delicious, and they're like, you know, making these boomerangs and things like that.
They are.
This is a super creative way of just staying in front of the curve, and like, I don't see anyone doing this.
Well, the thing is with Instagram, I must admit I do. I'm an Instagram stalker. I look at all your friends and how they prepare food. I get my ideas by it, but often I look at it and I think, how am I going to be able to do that? How am I going to be able to achieve it? Because I often think people who Instagram are professionals, right?
And have like a team, and it's like this big production.
I now think that they probably just have the right tools. Get the right tools in your toolbox. That toolbox is your kitchen. Make sure that you have one knife and one professional knife only. A knife that's going to do the job of slicing, dicing, preparing the most delicate to the most time-intensive, prep, serious foods. Now it's your chance to get the Viva Giza.
Now it's your turn to experience the latest technology from Japan. There is no need for a block of 7 different knives. The Giza knife has 800 years of history and the latest technology. The blade showcases a flat edge on one side of the blade with a saw-like blade on the other. This, coupled with the thick ergonomic handle, gives you a completely different experience to chopping, dicing and slicing in your kitchen. Using the new ergonomic handle for comfort, the Giza knife is perfect for those with a weaker wrist or arthritis. You may find using this so much easier, as you no longer need to use your own strength to cut anything in the kitchen, including pumpkin, pineapple and your favourite meats. Using the Viva Giza knife, cooking is so enjoyable. You don't need a set of 7 knives. The Viva is able to do everything that comes in a full knife block set with just the one blade. Slicing becomes a breeze. Look at the difference in the Viva new Giza knife compared to a traditional knife. Look at how the bread stays intact. Potato and root vegetables are chopped quicker and faster. Meat is sliced to perfection without tearing. Cutting and deboning a chicken is now done with ease. The knife also comes with the world's most advanced peeler, also made in Sanjo City in Japan. The 3-in-1 peeler enables you to cut 3 ways without changing a blade. You will enjoy the sharp and fast results, peeling with ease, creating ribbons, Juliettes and fine grating as well. The Giza knife and peeler are the finest quality. It will totally change the way you prepare your food forever. No need for multiple knives. The Giza replace a full knife block set. Enjoy the special price on Openshop, and we will deliver this to your kitchen with express free delivery and 10% off if it's your first purchase. If it's not the best knife you've ever used, send it back with our no questions asked 30-day money-back guarantee. The brand new Viva Giza knife and peeler. The future is now in your hands.
Shop with Afterpay, guys. For under $40, you can get your Viva Giza and your 3-in-1 peeler delivered to your door for free. Express delivery.
Love it.
And 10% off, of course, if it's your first order. And not to mention, you can win a Mercedes, well, you can go in the draw to hopefully win that incredible Mercedes-Benz. It's not just a car. This is not just a peeler. I'm going to show you a couple more peelers, demos rather, with this peeler. Coleslaw. You can do it with a knife, but you can now do it with this because this is as sharp as a knife. So this is a super coarse cabbage, Zach. So I'm going to use the regular peeling blade. So blade number 1, here we go. So this is all about getting that super fine, restaurant ready, oh, I'm making a mess, aren't I, Zach? Restaurant ready, done in seconds. So whether it is the purple cabbage or whether it is the green or whether it is the wombok, we can now, oh, I'm making quite a mess.
I've never made cabbage at home because it's so annoying.
Oh gosh, there's nothing better than fresh. Fresh is best. Normally I would do this in a big stainless steel mixing bowl, but anyway, look at that, Zach. This is just shredding, but not just shredding. Well, not shredding and bruising. We are shredding with precision. Have a look at that. That is, look, with a beautiful aioli or a beautiful dressing, that is crunchy, it's fresh, it's fine. It's nothing worse than coleslaw with chunky bits in it.
Big bits. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the big bits, no. So let's get on to a different type of cabbage.
This is my favourite.
Is it?
Favourite, yeah. I cook with this all the time.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Fact of today.
Do you? Is it that easy in your kitchen, Zach?
No, not at all.
That is, well, it is now with Viva. Okay, so let's get that out of the way because I only need a little bit here.
Yeah.
So whether it is the coarser or whether it is the super fine. So this is the coarser because I'm cutting it with the knife, or the super fine finish. You can make, look, all I'd need to do to finish this off would be to get that corn on the cob that you had before, but we won't worry about it today, Zach.
Okay.
But I would get the corn on the cob and I'd shred it down the little kernels, and I would add that corn on the cob. And you know what else I'm going to use, Zach? I'm not going to waste this. I'm not going to waste this. We had some of this shallots here. I'm going to put this shallots on top because it is going to be a lovely little salad.
Sure.
Here we go. And I'm going to finish it off with some aioli. What are you, oh, Zach! Zach!
Done.
Oh, you're not just a pretty face. You realise what you are. Thank you.
Look at that.
Because I was thinking I didn't have time to do it. Look at you. You did it without even thinking it was
got the knife
done.
here. Why not?
That was super quick, Zach. You're a foodie like me.
I love
you knew
it.
what was missing.
If you want it done, do it now. Let's do it.
Okay, so that is a salad done in seconds. Zach, show us how an apple.
Guys. Apple for the kids, bit of a snack. Look, using this, it literally makes it so much more fun in the kitchen.
Oh my gosh,
and
that's
if you want it thin,
I feel like apple chips.
look how thin it is.
Oh.
Look at this, thin. Thin.
That would be great on my apple pie.
Thin.
Dressed all around the top of my apple pie because it would cook and caramelise beautifully. And Zach, I haven't even used it on an apple.
I feel like a chef. I'm not even a chef. Oh my gosh.
That is amazing.
All right.
I mean,
what else can I cut?
Okay.
Look at me go.
Through the core.
Look at me go.
Cutting it through.
Yeah. There we
Kids
go.
would love that because you know what? It's got a little star on it.
I've just made a mess though. Look at this.
That's all right.
Total
Zach.
mess. I'll eat it later.
We'll eat that up later. That is quite all right. So we have had so many different demos here, but sweet potato.
Yeah.
I'm going to move this out of the way. That's a really good. I reckon that's a really good coleslaw we got there.
Yeah,
I'm quite impressed with us. Now, where's the peel? Let me just rinse that in some water, and that is if you're going from one type of vegetable or fruit to the next. That's all I did was popped in a cup full of water just right there. If you're preparing a baked dinner, this makes it so quick with the 3-in-1 and the knife. So I'm going to peel the sweet potato and then I'm going to chop it. And sweet potato, look at that. I mean, I'm going to leave it on the bottom there so you can see. I'll try not to cut all the way through so you can, I took that one off. You can see how super simple this is. Now, most people would cut it in half and have to try and juggle it, balance it on a chopping board, even just to peel the skin.
Or cut it in half.
Cut it in half.
So annoying.
You don't have to do that anymore. Now, sweet potato can sometimes have all these little hard bits underneath the skin. You sometimes have to go over it twice, right? So you can go over it twice. But let me show you. I've got apple envy over the way you slice it up.
Look at that.
Super fine. I'm going to see if
I'll
I can
teach
do
you
it
later.
here. Okay, good. Let's see if we can do that here. Look at this. So Zach, if I was to do...
So what would you make with that? Like
I tell you what I'd make with that.
Or something?
I would make a vegetarian lasagna, and I would be doing eggplant, zucchini. I would be doing these sweet potato ribbons, and that's exactly what they are, is ribbons. You know what? I could probably even do some carrot ribbons as well. I'd do a beautiful bolognese sauce. I'd finish it off with some cheese. I'd pop it in the oven, and I'd go and sit down and chill and watch those minutes go until my lasagna was ready. So we have come to the end of the show, Zach. Well, it's all happened just so fast.
That was so fast.
it's time now to make a change in your kitchen. It's time to start enjoying kitchen preparation. Kitchen preparation should not be a chore. It should not be hard. It's time to start enjoying cooking again. This is being touted as the world's best knife, using the latest technology in the blade and the handle. If you suffer from arthritis, if you struggle with getting through the pumpkin, or you just can't cut those tricky vegetables, those technique-sensitive fruits, and the meats that you've been struggling with, this is all going to change with the Viva Giza knife. Not only do you get the knife, you're also getting the 3-in-1 stainless steel precision peeler. We've seen so many things we can do, from the ribbons to the julienne style finishes. It's made of the same quality as this stainless steel, which is surgical grade. Now, it's only $149, but if you shop with Afterpay, you can take it home for under $40 by shopping online at openshop.com.au. You will save 10% off if it's your first order, and we will send it free express delivery as well. And of course you go in the draw to win a brand new Mercedes. Never been a better time to drive away in a Merc, start kitchen prepping. I am so excited for you to start trying your Giza knife, and of course it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So just before we go, I wanted, in case you missed it in the beginning of the show, I want to show you the pineapple, because I truly believe that you need a tool from the shed to cut a pineapple. Oh, well, I did until now.
Gabby, let's do it.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to have to use this because it'll prickle my hands, because it's like I'm doing some gardening. Oh, Zach.
Here we go.
Here we go. I didn't have that on properly. Okay, so we do have to get through the top there a little bit, and once we do, watch that. Oh.
Wow. Are you a samurai?
Don't wait. Grab yours today.
Love it.
Thank you for staying with us in the show.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy.